People are spending more money washing their panels than what they're actually saving.
No, then you're striking a little bit of a nerve here, right? I think cleaning your panels must work, should, right? You see all these businesses popping up. You see those videos of those big solar farms being cleaned, and it just kind of makes sense, right? Cleaner panels should mean better production.
Have you seen any real results where they've tested it? And I've seen the marketing. It also follows me with these algorithms and everything. But I'm not convinced. You know, if you all the way up there in the Northern Cape, you've got a big solar farm. There's a lot of dust building up, and like, something has to take it off. Otherwise, it will eventually like just completely block it out. But we in Gauteng, we've got Mother Nature on our side. We've got some nice thunderstorms every now and then, and that trickly your battle.
Even in Gauteng, it seems like quite a popular service. And one of our colleagues, Miguel, he actually was raving the other day about seeing like a 25% lift in his performance.
25.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's created quite a lot of stir in the office. So what we've decided to do is create a bit of a betting pool, and everyone's put in $100. I think we've got that close to 1,000 rand that's up for grabs now. And before we go into what everyone else thought in the office, what do you think the difference in performance is going to be between clean panels and dirty panels?
I've got a good site in mind where we can go and test this. We've got multiple arrays of solar panels, and we can wash some of them not, and we can actually track the performance on how they perform relatively to each other. And yeah, we can make it a conclusion on there, and yeah, let's see what happens in the betting pool.
Cool.
We just watched the panels at Verstra. What do you think the performance lift is going to be?
I think it will be around about 15%.
Nico, do you not betting pool? We just watched the panels at Verstra. You know, I need a guesstimate. What do you think the impact's going to be?
28%.
28%, yes. Lift?
Yes.
In solar production?
Yes.
Okay. You're locked in. But on, while we got you here as well, what's your bet?
I think it's got 12%.
12% done. Delani. Oh, just what we end up looking for. We got to wash some of the panels and some of them not. But we're going to track the ones that we've washed. How much do you think they're going to look relatively speed?
5%?
5%. Yes. Okay. That's a very reasonable answer for sales out. Expect a bit more passion. Let's take the 5. Okay. I'm going to put you down for 5.
Okay, yes, okay, percent.
Sekelo, I need a number from you as well. What percentage? Probably 25%. 25%. Yeah. Okay. I like the passion. Passion. Alex, you've done a few solar systems in your house before. What do you think is going to be the impact of washing the solar panels? It's rain, by the way. It's rain once.
That was my next question, but I'm gonna go for 12.5% to put myself there in the middle of those two guys. So I'd say 12.5.
So it's interesting here. We've got Nipu. He's gonna have to take over our new marketing and sales responsibilities here. And he's the one with fashion. It'll take us a few weeks just to run everything, and we'll have a look at what the numbers come out, and we'll play it back. Wednesday, $1,000. Okay.
We wait for the panels to be properly dirty next time.
You waited a year.
I can't raise something. I can start limiting the solar a bit, get big shaving and manipulate a bit. And then we'll see.
South, I will laugh if Nico works.
No, you will laugh and we will employ a panel washing tea full time. You click it.
Verstra has two 50 kilowatt SunSync inverters, and it has 60 kilowatt hours worth of battery backup. These are Hubble batteries. Each of them are 5 kilowatt hours, and you can see here that there's two towers, each with 30 kilowatt hours in each tower.
The inverters are really going to be what tells us whether cleaning these panels is working or not. Should go without saying, I'm a sales guy. I don't spend much time here on roofs, so a little bit edgy at the moment. Our lead installer, Chris, from EcoVault. Yeah. And yeah, so Chris, we want to know from you, from the technical point of view, what do you think is going to happen with cleaning these panels? Do you think it's going to improve the performance?
So panel cleaning generally does improve the performance. What it will do is it will just help the UV light get through without any barriers or anything like that. We did recently have rain Monday, the whole of that Monday, so that did wash off most of the dust and everything that settled over winter. So with that, they probably washed already about 10% of the panels off already. So we're just gonna get any dirt that's stuck off of it now. Probably say improve in production about 2.5 to 5%. That would be my guess with the recent rains. Yeah.
Okay, so you heard it from Chris, 2.5 to 5%. I'm going to go a bit more bold, and I'm going to say 8 to 10%. That's not so hard. Hey, I think I might change career. Tired of sitting behind a desk. Oi! Did you get that on camera?
Okay, David, so data's in. It's about a week after we've done the wash. As you can see, I'm not the most suitable person to be on the roof. And people are getting quite antsy, right? There's a lot of talk in the office, like who's going to get this cash? And there's an entire panel washing industry depending on this, on these results. So how can you just explain to us that we are comparing apples with apples in our data?
Yeah, it ended up being quite a bit more complicated than we initially thought. But just to put you a bit at ease here, there's a few things that we have had to compensate for, just give for the apples versus apples comparison. The first thing is we decided to wash about half the panels, okay, and they were on their own MPPTs and strings, so we can track their performance versus the unwashed ones. And the reason for that is, even though these panels are all identical and the exact same spec, there are still small inherent differences in their performance. And 10 panels on one string might not perform the same as 10 panels of other string. So we've washed about half of them, and we are comparing relative performance between these sets of panels before and after the wash. That gives us one nice control. The other one is this site that we did the test at does not feed electricity back into the grid. Hence, the solar production is limited to what can be charged into the battery and the load available or required at the site. The moment that the solar production exceeds that, the inverter automatically throttles back the solar production on the panels. And unfortunately, it doesn't throttle it back equally across all the strings. It actually is some funny algorithms going on there. And we just decided to, once the inverter starts throttling back the performance, that we actually exclude that data from our performance. We're basically looking at early morning data up until about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoons, where there was enough capacity required to charge the batteries and load on sites to have the panels perform unthrottled. They're unrestricted by the inverter, so just get the raw performance. So we compared the data from those periods and across the different strings and panel sets to get your results.
So yeah, let's take it to the team and see who wins this prize. Right.
Yeah, go. Let's just recap. It's not just the Betty pool. And by the way, for those who haven't contributed yet, Manny does, she does payroll deductions. It's fine. So when we want to come in, there's a book here for the weekend for whoever needs to go and for the lucky person who wins here. But it's not just our Betty pool. It feels like there's a whole industry at stake here. So, our first big stab at getting a conclusive answer here. We got 2.
Oh, wow.
We didn't get to 9. We actually didn't get to 15. Got to 1.5%. The one set of panels actually did 1% better, and the other set did 2% better.
I wanted the over numbers and we could actually do some maths around it to see whether it makes sense to wash panels a bit more regularly, not just for keep the big performance up.
There's already a few excuses coming through. When Angela debated this number, that there was one day of rain, okay, before we washed the barrels. And it wasn't like it was raining, but it wasn't like a proper thunderstorm either. I do suspect that in August, in July, when a fat layer of dust is there, that the numbers will be a little bit better. But in that same breath, you just wait a month and then it fixes itself. Mother Nature takes care of it. So for now, of you, especially because it's only about 6 months in a year where it doesn't rain. I feel like there's no winners in this one.
Okay, so on that bombshell, enjoy the weekend, everyone.